Sony is not messing around. It was recently announced that the highly anticipated third installment of the animated Spider-Verse trilogy, Beyond the Spider-Verse, moved its release date up a week from June 25th, 2027 to June 18th. To most people, this news would just mean, hooray, we get it a week earlier. But Sony almost certainly made this decision to intentionally sabotage their competition. A couple months ago, Pixar announced a new original film from the director and producer of Luca titled Gatto. This is a significant film for Pixar because its animation style is going to be combining hand-painted textures with 3D models, using a similar technique like was used in Across the Spider-Verse or The Wild Robot. Essentially, Gatto will be Pixar's first film using this type of Spider-Verse animation style that everyone's been glazing, and is marking a big step for Pixar in catching up to the competition. Well, guess what? Gatto is scheduled to be released on June 18th, 2027. Originally 1 week before Beyond the Spider-Verse, and now on the same day. And I have to believe that Sony did this on purpose. Before, Gatto would have had a week to have its premiere, maybe generate some buzz with its story and new style, before Beyond the Spider-Verse inevitably dominated the box office and everyone's attention. Now, with the films coming out the same day, Gatto doesn't stand a chance. Original stories, particularly animated ones, are really difficult to market in the streaming age, as evidenced by a lot of recent Pixar films, and Beyond the Spider-Verse is a much-delayed, highly anticipated conclusion to a popular and critically acclaimed series featuring the most lucrative superhero character of all time. Pixar's quaint little Italian cat story doesn't stand a chance. Even if Gatto took Spider-Verse's original date the next week, which I'm guessing is what Sony wants them to do, it would still be vastly overshadowed by Beyond. After all, Elemental had a terrible opening, in part because it released just 2 weeks after Across the Spider-Verse. And there really isn't another weekend around that time that would work for them. The week before, the live-action How to Train Your Dragon 2 drops, and that's a franchise that dwarfed Elio. 2 weeks prior to that, you have Star Wars Starfighter. 2 weeks later, you would be running into competition with Shrek 5, which is releasing on a Wednesday for some reason. July has the Simpsons movie and the Minecraft sequel. You couldn't push it to November because you have Frozen 3. Basically, Sony just stuck Pixar between a rock and a hard place, and whatever executives at Pixar that haven't been laid off by now are probably pulling their hair out. I genuinely can't think of any other reason why Sony would move up the release date by just 1 week, except to divert attention away from Pixar's first attempt at a film that would rival Sony's style. As a massive fan of both Pixar and the Spider-Verse films, this just makes me really sad because I don't know why they have to play dirty like this. Why can't we just have multiple animation studios that put out great films? This whole situation just kind of upsets me, especially because Sony is just kicking Pixar while they're down.